Hello, my name is Jack, and today I will inform you about the cultural significance of chess between two players during the Cold War. Now, first, let me introduce you to the two main people in my topic today, Bobby Fischer of the US and Boris Spassky of the Soviet Union. Now, we all know about the recent skyrocket of chess the past couple of months, and we've all played at least one game in our lifetime. And not to brag or anything, but I'm over 1,000 rated on chess.com, and I grew up around people playing chess. Today, I will inform you about the cultural significance of chess between two players during the Cold War. First, let's talk about Boris Spassky. Boris Spassky grew up in Leningrad during during World War II, and was forced out of his home to a children's home in Kirov. He there learned to play chess, and he studied it very hard and became an international master in his teenage years. He then later challenged the world champion at the time, but was unsuccessful. He then, 3 years later, challenged him again and took the throne as the world champion. Now for some highlight games against Bobby Fischer. I will first start with a quote from Viktor Bartursky, according to J.G. Pontero in 2013. Basically, through the power of Soviet leadership that may be in the sport, we were just focused on one issue: how to stop Bobby Fischer from becoming world champion. Now, this was significant because it just showed how both sides of the world were so invested in this match. Now, let's talk about game 1 and game 2. They were actually won by Boris Spassky, the second game actually being about Bobby Fischer forfeiting due to the cameras. Now that we know who Boris Spassky is, let's dive into the complex character that is Bobby Fischer. Bobby Fischer, growing up, he learned chess at the age of 6 and was actually the youngest international master ever at 15 years old. He then beat 20 grandmasters in a row to then be invited to be at the World Championships in chess in Reykjavik, Iceland. He had his demands, but the date was set on July 11, 1972. He would play his first game. Now, according to WMAC in 1992, he lost game 1 and 2, as we formerly know, due to the cameras. He forfeited. Now, game 3 was significant because this was the first time that Bobby Fischer had ever beaten Boris Spassky. Then, in games 5, 6, 8, 10, 13, and 21, he dominated him and won every single one of those games. So then, on the 21st game, on September 3rd, 1972, Bobby Fischer won 12.5 to 8.5. Now, in conclusion, this was a win for the US, and it symbolizes all the war efforts, and it gave courage to beat the Soviets. Today, I will inform you about the cultural significance of chess between two players during the Cold War. Now, this was the first time an American has ever become the world champion. And this was a symbol of hope for the Americans during the Cold War.